What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Unsportsmanlike Comics. It's February 6th. It's a Tuesday. Man, we got like a month till March Madness. I'm sitting here with Coffee, Black Coffee. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. That intro was you was like, yeah, hey, what's going on?
Well, there's a tradition here on Unsportsmanlike Comics.
Unsportsmanlike Comics.
There's a tradition here at Unsportsmanlike Comics where Jeff exercises his lungs a little bit before we get started. But I thought, it's fine. I guess we're gonna call attention to Jeff's lung exercises.
Yes, we
that's
are.
Fine. That's fine. I get it. I understand. I respect it. I'm here with it. Let's give a quick hi to today's special guests. Say hi to Bernie over there.
Bernie, what's going on, brother?
Bernie's
What's
living it.
going
He's
on,
over there.
man?
He's had some breakfast.
Such a
He's a little
well-behaved
anal.
dog.
He's the best
Such a
dude. He's
well-behaved
had some breakfast. He's got a stick up his ass right now.
Dog is not well behaved at all.
Yeah, he ate some food and he hates having shit on his lips, so he's just wiping his face off right now. I got a segment before we get started on sports things. It is February, so I would like to try a new segment right now, and it's called Ask a Black Guy, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. It is Black History Month. It's February, and this has nothing to do with race. Okay, it has everything to do with race. But
He's asking a black dude random questions.
Like, gotta take the opportunity to do this. We should talk about it every once in a while. It's February. In February, we should talk about race a little bit. So, I guess my question to you is, this is deep. What is the most racist part about Black History Month?
Oh, I think that's easy now. I mean, I think the most racist thing about Black History Month now is when you walk into Target and you see the Black History Month section.
That's fair.
When you go into Target, like they have like T-shirts, and they got like I think one year I could be wrong, but one year they even had like Mylar balloons, and I was like, that is wild. Like, are y'all donating the proceeds to like a black organization, black education, urban schools? What are you doing with that? Like during Juneteenth, like, okay, I get it. 4th of July t-shirts, Juneteenth, I ain't even tripping. When I see the BHM section, I feel like, y'all know y'all on some buck shit. Like,
man, that
for me, I would say that.
That's
you
wild.
know what? I used to think like, all right, cause
hell yeah.
like on Martin Luther King's birthday,
baby.
right, which is not in Black History Month, but that's like the precursor to Black History Month, right? Is Martin Luther King birthday.
That's why we
I had a beef with the NBA some many years back, right? Because I was like, I need the facts to know that Martin Luther King used to hoop. Like, why are we hooping on Martin Luther King's birthday? Like, why is every team in the league hooping? Did Martin like to hoop? Like, I wasn't in the plug. I wasn't tapped in. So I would just be like one day I was sitting back and I was like, man, this is dope. We get all this great NBA action on Martin Luther King birthday, right? A lot of people off that day. Work at the bank, government job, you off. You get to watch your school, great NBA action. It start early, like 11 o'clock. And then I was like, man, the NBA black as hell, bro. I'm like, why are we hooping on MLK Day? Like, what is the connection between basketball and MLK? And then I found out that it was absolutely a connection between MLK and basketball. So, yeah. But that's it. Just companies profiting off of, I mean, if it's gonna be racist, let it be like racial. Let it be racial, but like with, a benefit. Like, I would like a discount during Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? Like, Target, if you really gonna look out, like if you like clearly you can tell I'm black, let me get a discount. Like, you know, like show me some reparations, baby. Everybody talk about reparations. Not like if we gonna do it. If I only got 28 days to do it, I would like to, you know, get some fringe benefits for being black during Black History Month. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
I need you to understand something. So like the technology dropped out a little bit in the midst of this. So like
what's happening?
For a while there, like literally, I couldn't hear anything that you were saying. The only thing that I heard you say was that I think if I'm black, I should get a discount, and that was a lot of fun for me. I think we might have to restart this whole fucking thing.
Sorry, folks, if we are still recording. We have a little technical difficulty right here. Jeff has frozen, and he is
fucking internet
gone. So it's just me. We have lost Jeff. It is just me. It's all good until he plugs back in and taps back in. You rocking with me. Yeah. It is Black History Month. All the cool things that's happening during Black History Month too. Let's start with, because like people be tapped into Black History Month, right? Because it's tax time. Okay, you got tax time, right? So it's getting ready to, like all the restaurants that were struggling in January, right after Christmas, y'all getting ready to make up for it right now, okay? Because tax time, you always know when people get them tax checks. Then when them refunds come, you know it. The line's a little bit longer on Thursday, Friday nights, okay? Them tips, if you in the hospitality industry, them tips be cracking during February and March. Right? Like you get a full tip, especially from my people. Okay? Okay, let's see what else. Valentine's Day. Everybody upset about Valentine's Day. You got old couples that be upset, like they don't even care about Valentine's Day, right? And then you got the young couples, you got the ladies always comment, I'm by myself. Alright, whatever. Dudes, they don't want to do nothing. At the end of the day, everybody bitter because everybody wants to be a part of Valentine's Day, want to feel loved on. It's nothing but a Hallmark holiday, right? Hallmark created this holiday. And all it is to get the financial sector, get things back moving again, people spending money again. Valentine's Day don't mean nothing. You should love, honor, take care of the person that's special in your life. He or she. Look, hey man, you went away, man, so I just kept on running.
All right.
I just kept on going because I just seen it recording. So, you know, just being a professional, talking to the people about the special things that's going on in February and how Valentine's Day is nothing but a Hallmark card holiday. The company Hallmark started that just to get the financial sector back up and going because January's a dud after Christmas. That's it.
Well, man, see, this is why it's great to have a co-host that is so professional and just understands that sometimes I live in a shitty area, in a shitty house with shitty infrastructure, and Comcast can suck a fat, AIDS-ridden cock, ladies and gentlemen. I sincerely, you know, while we're talking about all these beautiful things, I can only hope that you mentioned how fucking terrible capitalism is, and fuck Comcast. I'm just gonna say that for just a second. In the aspect of just fuck Comcast, fuck Xfinity.
Xfinity,
thank you for disappointing me. Thank you for disappointing me tremendously.
Yeah, no, it's all good. We still tapped in.
Spend a lot of money. This is hardwire. I spend a lot of money on internet, and you know, somehow my phone is better. You know, we're here for it.
We still tapped in.
Well, that's a new segment. I recorded a thing for it. There's an echo. There's a voice that says, ask a black guy. Like, that's production.
Yeah, that is production. Yeah. We gonna give him another one. We'll give him another one because things got a little wonky right there. Probably have to edit that out. And maybe we'll release that to them, you know, and like further on after they get hooked in so they can see us in the early years. Like, this is an edit from when we were trying it and things went left. Look at Koffe. Do a segment all on his own. Just rambling.
I'm gonna save it. I'm absolutely saving it. Absolutely saving it though. It's fine. It's fine. We get clips out of it. We're on TikTok, shit like that, all sorts of shit. It's fine. I might do another lung exercise here pretty soon, but check this out. We got even more production things. Check this out. Transition noise. Oh my god, transitioning right into the sports, ladies and gentlemen. We're producing.
Here we go. Let's go. First topic on the let's go. Let's get it.
The Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia Eagles are going to be playing the first NFL game in Brazil next season. What do you got on that?
Let's talk about this. This is my team. This is something that is very near and dear to my heart. First of all, on behalf of a plethora of Philadelphia Eagles fans, you know, they say we got the track between the Cowboys, which are just delusional fans. The Philadelphia Eagles hold the mark and the honor and the banner of being the most just diabolical fans, right? Like, we just hardcore on our team. We love our team and we will boo the hell out of our team. Let me tell you.
That's something. Love for the record. I think that if you don't boo your team when they're sucking fat cock, you're enabling them. And this is exactly why you could relate this to a fucking toxic relationship, man. And I currently, like, you know, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this come summer. You know, they're reporting, Pitchers and Catches are reporting in like a week. But like, this is exactly the toxic relationship that I have with the White Sox. I just get fucking abused. Occasionally, when they suck, and they don't do right shit in the GM's fucking up, coach is fucking up, you gotta boo them. You should boo them. And I hate reading these open letters from people like Steph Curry, that are just like, oh, I just pulled that out of my ass. There was somebody, if I feel like it was Steph, there was somebody that was like, oh man, you know, it just feels bad every time we get booed, and I don't like getting booed when we're at home. Then fucking play, hit your spots, play defense, and try to do your best not to fucking embarrass the people that are standing with your jersey in the fucking stadium.
Yeah. I think Steph caught a straight. I don't think Steph. It might have been, but it's all athletes. Like, all athletes feel that way. That's like, like you'll hear athletes say, "Oh man, well don't come in, don't come to the stands. Don't do this, don't do that. If you're gonna boo us, that's you're not a real fan. Be with us through the good times and the bad times." And I understand that. However, my man, these bad times are just not bad times. Like, you're blurring the lines. Bad times is from lack of effort, incompetence, like purely incompetent upper level management. Perfect example, because we're gonna get to that Brazil thing in a moment. This one, like, just want to point this out. There was a period in Chicago. There was a period of time in Chicago with the Chicago Cubs. That organization did not care about winning so much because the fans were so loyal that even in the summertime, they would open up the stadium to make money. They would charge people to come in the stadium, and you could eat your lunch while looking at the ivy and the field. It wasn't nothing happening on the field. They were making money from people just coming in just to look, sit, and chill, lunchtime, and just kick it, looking at the field. Bro, what? If you don't get some players in here and win some
that's
games,
what I'm saying. What's the real, why do I need you? At that point, you have no incentive to put a good team on the field.
You have no incentive. They don't care, because at the end of the day, the fans, it's about, for the organization, we're units. This is about money. Like, they don't care. They don't look at that. They say fans, but fans resonates to billionaires as to how many popcorns, hot dogs, pieces of pizza, and beers that we sold. That's it. They don't care about nothing else. They not doing nothing until they see that bottom line start to drop off. Then it's like, okay, we got to do something. They done had enough, right? Like, unless it's an owner with a passion project. Which, let me get back to the Eagles. The NFL, y'all bridging out. Y'all widening the gap. We've been doing games in Mexico, games in London. We trying to broaden the game. I'm all for it. Was that request, like did they ask the Eagles, hey, would you want to play y'all first game in Brazil? But it's like, hey, guess what? We got a contract with Brazil with the venue. How about you guys be first up? All right, we got a whole lot of issues going on.
I think
we
it's probably a mutual decision. I think it might be a mutual decision, or it might be forced on the team by the NFL, because I don't see the NFL. I don't see any sports league being the type of league in America that's just going to be like, all right, do you think you might want to do this? No, dude. They got an opportunity in Brazil. They were like, hey, Philly, you're popular, Jalen, you're on top of the world right now.
Like
team's great. You're one of the best in the NFC. Get your ass out there.
That don't do nothing for us fans, though. We don't.
No,
care.
Absolutely not. If anything, it takes away from the fan experience because it takes a home game away, dude. It takes a home game away, and that's a big deal. It's a big deal for the city of Philadelphia. It's a big deal for all those vendors. It's a big. I mean, I like these international games. They're neat. They're cute as a curiosity.
Game to grow.
But it fucks the home team up. It fucks the home team up.
That don't do nothing for us. We still gonna be tuned in. We still gonna be cussing them out. And furthermore, they not getting cussed out in Brazil like we would cuss them out, right? Like, it's a whole bunch of BS that was going on with my team for 10 weeks. We still have yet to get answers for.
Listen,
okay.
I would rather. This is true. I would rather be in the middle of Rio de Janeiro in like midnight with no fucking clothes than be in the middle of Philly after the Eagles lost that game.
That's also true.
You know what I'm saying? Like that. So if anything, they're like, I don't know, they're used to it.
Brazil.
So does Philly. So does Philly.
Philly is wild. Philly is. You know what? Outside the stadium, Brazil, Philly. Okay, fair. That's fair. They wanted to. Now visually, Brazil looks a little bit more maybe aesthetically pleasing, right? Sunshine, the tropics, the
you just think about all that ass. Think about all that ass. That's all you're thinking about. You think about all that Brazilian ass.
True, but hey, Philly ain't half stepping either. Man. You know what? Hey,
no. I mean, they might be a little bit. I was only there for 5 minutes and I was frightened.
Yeah, Philly.
I was. And like not fearful of my life, but just like you looking at these women in Philly, and I was frightened.
Hey, Philly women, alright. Philly women, alright. But
I don't yuck nobody's yum, baby.
I'm just saying, man. I don't. It like them announcing that it's just something to throw out there to the press, because the NFL right now it's hard this week, right? Like we talked about last episode, they really did kill a week of storylines to develop. All they talking about is Patrick Mahomes surpassing Tom Brady. What's the over-under on it? Okay? The 49ers ain't got nothing interesting coming out of Santa Clara. And I mean nothing. Brock Purdy, look, I'm proud of him, young kid. You know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. They not interested. As far as the storyline goes, unless you're a fan of the 49ers, to the casual fan, you know what this is? You know what this is? This Super Bowl should be sponsored by Mrs. Dash. You don't see it in Mrs. Dash?
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of different flavors. Like, they got a Chipotle, they got like an Italian zest, you know, but ain't no salt. We all love salt. Ain't no salt. People that can't eat salt, they can't eat salt because of they makeup right now. You know what I'm saying? They health reasons why they can't. Don't nobody choose to go salt free if you ain't got to be salt free. Right? Like, this is a Mrs. Dash Super Bowl. It's got some flavor, but it's like, it's alright. But
it's just alright. It's just alright.
There is nothing. If you could, again, I'm talking about the casual fan, right? Like, if you could have had Detroit versus Kansas City, that's a Midwest Super Bowl. Oh man, it's up. You got stories. San Francisco and KC been killing it. 6 AFC championships. Been to the Super Bowl 4 times. So you got.
I can only be like so upset about that, right?
Like, KC is KC, right?
I like KC.
I love Patty Mahomes, Andy Reid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I like
coach,
KC.
I love him.
Exactly. Pat Mahomes. Andy Reid's great. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta love him being a dude from Philly. You know that shit, Philly, Andy Reid and shit. But at the same time,
we love Big Red. We love Big Red.
It's you get over.
Even after Big Red.
This is similar for me. Like you remember when the Seahawks were getting all good and shit. Pete Carroll showed up. Richard Sherman doing his thing. Marshawn Lynch. Dude, it started getting good to watch, and then they started getting too good, and then you said, all right, you know, I'm good.
You know, it's like you what they say, you see yourself become a hero, or you live long enough to become a whatever it is, the hero, or die before you're a villain, whatever it is. Like KC is good. Like we got tired. You know what happened? We got tired of Tom Brady and them Patriots. We just went through that. And people are like, man, Andy got that first one. Man, this kid is amazing. This is dope. Okay, now wait a minute. Who can beat him? Is anybody going to challenge them? Because after a while, it's, oh, man, here we go again. Here we go again. Like, people get bored with success, and then they start preying on your downfall, right? Like, and this is what's happening. However, I don't like the San Francisco 49ers. like, there is nothing about them that makes me want to root for them unless you're just a natural fan. If you've been a fan of them, cool. I'm not talking about you. But if you just look at it, I've seen nothing in the news cycle. Everything is Kelsey, Taylor Swift, and Patrick Mahomes, and what he's going to do in the future. Because pretty much they already crowned him. And like, you know, could we have some resistance? Possibly. We can have some resistance. We'll do our Super Bowl picks later on in the week. I can tell you right now, if I want to win some money, I'm going to put it on the 49ers.
That's the thing. I think it's crazy. Everybody's already crowning the Chiefs. That's what you say. I agree with you. I mean, but it's because of the Kelsey shit. It's because Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelsey are in every single fucking advertisement that you see. And it's because they're the most visible. So everybody, of course, is going to view them as being the people that are going to be there. Absolutely, they're saturated. So
we know all these stories. There's nothing changed about the Chiefs.
San Francisco's the better team, though. San Francisco's the better team.
Nah. Okay. On paper, that defense is absolutely supposed to be playing a whole lot better than what it's been playing in San Francisco. I give you that. On paper, I give you that. Offensively, they do have a lot more offensive weapons. I give you that. So and with all of that, the most important position that what San Francisco don't have is Patrick Mahomes. For all what they got offensively, it still don't add up to that man, Patrick Mahomes.
But like, you know what the 49ers do have, though? Do you know what they absolutely have? The current prediction to win the Super Bowl by most bookies, including the entire sportsbook legion of Las Vegas. That's where I'm lining my bets. You know what I'm saying? Like Vegas, for some reason, and it's not a thing. It's like a couple point underdog type situation. Like it's not a. This is gonna be a close Super Bowl.
I'll tell you what.
We talked about it. We said it ad nauseum. I don't give a fuck about the Super Bowl. It's gonna be close. I think that as long as Patrick Mahomes doesn't pull the S out of his chest and go fucking crazy, I think San Francisco is going to eat this one out.
Tell you what, well, I'll say this. San Francisco have to have them knocked out.
Hard.
I'm talking about knocked out.
Nick Bosa's got to wear some fucking brass knuckles, dude.
I mean, they going to have to be up by 20, 21. And I'm talking about 2021 with like 6-7 minutes left. Like they've got to knock them out. They got to control. They're gonna have to control the ball. They're gonna have to run, which they can't do. Everything they're gonna have to be up big. It can't be close. It cannot be close. Listen,
Christian McCaffrey is going to need to be perked out of his mind, dude. Christian McCaffrey is going to need to be perked. He's going to need to run 200 yards, score 2 touchdowns.
It can't be a close game.
Purdy's got to be throwing it around like it's just 1985 again, and he's wearing that fucking Montana. Like I'm telling you, it's going to have to be wild because it's going to be an offense. It's going to be a shootout. I think that for sure.
If that's the game it's gonna be, I put my money on the Chiefs. I put my money
That's
on
fair,
the Chiefs.
though.
I'm putting my money on. Look, you know what? Like him at a time in his career, LeBron, Mayweather, just recent stars. Like it's just some people you don't bet against, bro. Like when that moment, like I'm talking about when the moment is at its highest, and it's like within this, and this is the sway. I'm betting my money on them. They've already been there. They already done it. I've watched that man Tom Brady and Peyton Manning literally look at the clock, nod their head, put on their helmet, and go be great. Like, right?
Isn't that
like,
why I know those
Patrick
instances?
Mahomes already do that. Like,
It's a sign of greatness.
Seconds left? Okay.
Yeah.
It's like I've been cool this whole game. I've been doing. Oh yeah, I'm helping you guys along. I'm like they're supervisors. I'm going to supervise you here, supervise you here. Oh, it's a minute and a half left. We're down 6, down 7, down 3. Oh, they just scored. Oh, we got the ball. Oh, we need a field goal, but a touchdown wins it. We have no timeouts left. All right, time for me to clock in. You just not showing up to the game. Walk right down there and do it every time. Regular season, playoffs. I've watched this man do it. This is not a fluke. I've watched him do it. Brock Purdy, no kid. In that situation, with that pressure, like the lights are the brightest in that moment. He ain't been there. You have to experience that. Now he could get a win. It could be he's naive, he's young, he doesn't he's ignorant, not in a bad way, like the ignorance is bliss for him because he doesn't feel that pressure. He doesn't know that pressure. Right?
It's gonna be a complete pain in the ass. It's going to be an Achilles for him. And that's going to be the only thing to look at because they got the ability, they got the offensive prowess, they got Nick Bosa, they got Purdy's good, they got McCaffrey. But like you said, when it comes down to it, when you're at a game of this caliber, something that matters this much, your nerves are going to get the best of you. And I don't think Patrick Mahomes has any nerves.
Listen, you ever taste something?
Uh-oh.
You ever get like within arm's reach, like you craving something, right? Like you like, oh man, I want that, man, I want that, and then you get there, and then you could like taste it upon arrival. Like you going to get some burnt ends, right? Like you going to your favorite barbecue spot, you going to get some burnt ends. You can taste it, right? Like you can taste it, like your mouth is salivate. You right there, you close, you in line. You are in line, ready to get it. You step up, and then you give the order, and they like, no, we all ran out.
Yeah, I've been there.
We sold the last order.
Yeah.
Listen, that championship, when they feel like, oh man, we still in the game, we got it, we can taste it, we here, like we got it, like here come Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, let me get that last order of burnt ends. And you just sitting there trying to figure out what happened. Like he's been eating burnt ends, that last order of burnt ends on a lot of teams for a while now, bro. Patrick Mahomes,
that shirt is filthy. That shirt is filthy. He has been using that motherfucker as a napkin all day long. That boy's been getting cracked. You see his fucking helmet split open? He has no idea what he's doing anymore. CT is taking over. He's rubbing sauce on his shirt, but nobody gives a shit because he's Pat Mahomes and his friends banging Taylor Swift.
Right. You got Andy Reid who looked like he sell his own barbecue sauce.
My boy loves burgers. That was the top article. Like when I was looking at shit to talk about today, it was like, dude, Andy Reid loves burgers. It's like, holy shit, you guys are so confident in yourselves. You guys are so confident in the Chiefs that they're just like, well, how you feel about the game plan this week, man? How do you feel about the game plan this week?
Cheeseburgers.
Well, you know, shit, son. Cheeseburger in paradise, like the man said. You know, some people quote Landry. I'm going to quote Jimmy Buffett. I love cheeseburgers. It's like, holy shit. Maybe you do deserve to be the GOAT.
And this is what I'm saying, right? They were just there last year against the Eagles defense that was number one defense in sacks, number one defense in pressure, right? The only problem they had was against the run, right? And it just got shown that, and they went shot for shot with
right.
San Francisco, your defense does not scare this man.
No,
I've seen everything. Right, so I can make adjustments on the fly. We gonna make our adjustments. I've seen everything. There's no pressure on me.
Can I tell you why Patrick Mahomes pisses me off as a Bears fan? Because first off, we could have drafted him, right? Like that pisses me off.
I'm glad you made that statement. Because y'all absolutely could have drafted him.
B, I have been watching my quarterbacks get the piss knocked out of them for the better part of 30 years now. And, man, Patrick Mahomes, when he gets the shit kicked out of him, he just, like, kind of bounces off and makes the throw. That's the difference between... Yeah, and you're right. That shit's going to start slowing down. You know, it happened to these mobile quarterbacks. Look at your Culpepper. Look at your McNabbs. I hear you, but my point is, in saying that, is... he's bouncing, right? He's doing this shit. He's being athletic. The league's changing. These defensive ends are getting more and more athletic. It's getting more and more difficult, and your time in the pocket is getting shorter and shorter. Patrick Mahomes doesn't give a fuck. That's what you need in the league when these ends are getting to the point where they're running 4.4s and they're doing 50 reps at the bench press. You're dealing with monsters. Real life, honest to God monsters, and Patrick Mahomes isn't afraid of the dark.
He don't give a fuck. That is a dangerous person. The person that don't take off running on you, and he be scooting around, he be like, man, hit this. Like you be wanting, like you get violent, like hit him, and then you realize, like, man, you can't touch. NFL Street,
of course,
NFL Blitz. It's like somebody just took a creative player from NFL Street or Blitz, like and just put him, and that's Patrick Mahomes. It's just like, okay, like that backyard football, just go have like you giving Andy Reid 2 weeks. You gave this man 2 weeks to study on, right? Like 2 weeks.
That's minimally 28 cheeseburgers, 28 of them.
Listen, this man sitting in the office eating double cheeseburgers, right? Just washing the table.
On deck.
Like, the whole week. And then again, all right, when you the 49ers, this your first Super Bowl. Like, from the last time they was in the Super Bowl to this time, probably the majority of that, let's say 70 to 75% of the players and organization, right, were not from that same team. Okay, so now the Super Bowl is different because you got media week, you got family week, you got friends, you got endorsement obligations, you got everything. Your schedule, the rhythm is different, right? How you practice, what y'all gonna do, film study, come up with the game plan. Everything is different. Your week, your preparation. We've heard ex-players talk about it, retired players talk about it. It's different. When it's your first time rolling, it's a different experience. Unless you've had somebody that's a player that's been in the bowl that y'all could lean upon. They've been doing this, bro. Literally 4 out of the past 6 years.
Literally.
They know exactly. And then, hold up, let's not forget. Now, there's some stars that are on the 49ers now. There's some stars on the 49ers. We in Vegas, baby. listen. You got them young guys. You got the Bunny Ranch. I don't even know the Bunny Ranch still open.
I mean,
it
look,
might be a whole nother ranch. It might be a whole nother ranch. Listen,
all the ranches are basically like the Vegas sign, man. They're all gonna be there forever.
Look. I don't know if it's Bunny Ranch, Hidden Valley Ranch. Okay, Crawford. You in
Those are the
Vegas.
Stains. Those are the Stains. His ranch.
It's Vegas. Vegas is a. Come on now, we all grown. It's Vegas.
Hell yeah. All right, man. We gotta do it. We gotta do it to him. You ready? Transition, baby. What's your topic? What do you got? We talked about this football for a while. What you got for us?
NBA.
What's going on?
All-Star Weekend coming up in 2 weeks, and the NBA trade deadline is approaching very quickly Thursday. I like to look at like teams that are like in the middle of the pack that potentially make a run, right? Like because the Sixers are done now. I believe Boston's done. Okay, I don't trust Doc Rivers. I'm sorry, I don't trust Doc Rivers. Don't trust me. Not Boston, excuse me. Milwaukee's done. 40 and slip. Milwaukee's done. I don't trust Doc. Yeah, I don't trust Doc Rivers at all. I don't trust him. I don't. He's giving me enough. I like Doc Rivers. I think he's a serviceable coach. But when you talk about taking him all the way over the hump,
What makes you say
not when
that?
the heat is on. Because when the heat is on, he doesn't deliver. He's lost the most game 7s out of any coach ever. When he's been up 3-2, he's lost. That record he's got is a damning record. And when them ghosts show up in the playoffs, if they not knocking heads out, you talking about a Milwaukee team that got knocked out by Miami 2 years, bro.
Man, I hear you, and I hear you, and I hear you because I've seen Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers might not be the dude, but I'm telling you, Giannis is the dude. Damian Lillard is the dude.
That's the only equalizer. It's what Dame Lillard will do.
They got 2 of them. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that roster, just like you have 2 fucking household names that are taking.
That's what matters.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Playoffs, these two are going to turn it on. Giannis is going to average 40 points a game. He's going to get a double-double in every game of the playoffs. Oh, absolutely, I want Dame to win a ring.
I want Dame to win a ring. I like his game. I think he's
a machine.
Disrespected the majority of his career by not being an all-star, being out there in the West. But I don't trust Doc Rivers. And I'm going to tell you what, everybody high on Boston. Look, somebody got to come out the East. Somebody got to come out the East. But if you're telling me the champion is coming out the East, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see on the backside. But anyway, it's trade deadline. My question is, what player movement would you like to see for like those top teams, right? You got Minnesota right now who, like, yo, shout out to Anthony Edwards, man. He is killing it, right? Like, on court and off court.
So,
what
I think
what do you think the top pieces need to solidify themselves to go over the hump? Right? Like LA right now is not a top team. They barely, they might be trying to get DeJounte Murray from Atlanta. Like, Zach LaVine is done with the Bulls. He was a possible trade piece. He's done. Look, teams are getting ready to be moving. Do you like the movement?
I love West I love basketball in the West. I love it. That's typically what I watch just because of my schedule, the way that my sleep schedule is. If I'm watching basketball,
Clippers 25 out of the last 30.
Dude, it's Clippers, it's Suns, it's Warriors, it's Lakers. But I gotta tell you, if there's one thing that I think, Kevin Durant needs a point guard.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant needs a point guard.
Well, how do you do it?
I don't know.
They traded their whole bench way to get KD. To me, that's Phoenix problem. And in the playoffs, the rotation gets tighter, right? You're not going as deep. But they don't have enough. Like, they got to deal with the Clippers. You got to deal with the healthy Kawhi Leonard. You got Russell Westbrook coming off the bench doing what he doing. And James Harden and Paul George. Like, Phoenix ain't got enough. What point guard could you get? Like, you talking about, like, you want like a serviceable point guard, or do you want the non-traditional point guard, shooting guard, like somebody that can get their own shot too? Because they do need three.
I think that, you need somebody at the line, and I think that also you need somebody to take some of that pressure off of KD. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you can do that,
Booker's alright, but
he's fine. But I think you need somebody that's going to go up to the line, and I think I'd like somebody. I mean, I think it'd be cool to have somebody up there that's going to consistently pull 20 in a game, while also putting close to at least 6 to 8 assists.
How do you get that? Where do you find that?
That's the thing. If you're worth your fucking salt, you're already on a team.
Already on a team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think most of these people that have these good point guards are already taking them to it. So I'm looking here like,
is Phoenix the most in need out of the top teams?
I mean, no.
Because I feel like the Clippers are fine. I don't feel like the Clippers need to do anything.
I don't know. Like you just said, 25 out of the last 30.
They just put up 144 points. What was it? 140? They just put up like 144 points last night.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. It was something crazy. It was like 144. Like, without overtime. Again, like, come on. And Kawhi Leonard is, he not worried about, listen, Kawhi Leonard ain't been worried about winning league MVP in quite some time.
Mm-mm.
So that 65 game, load management thing is working great for them. And they cooking. Like, this is the first time where I can honestly say, visually watching the Clippers play, yeah, like, Denver, you're going to have a problem. Because that's not the same Denver team that won last year. Like, the Clippers are for real. Barring injury, the Clippers are legit, and it's going to be a long day. Don't nobody want to see the Clippers for 7 games.
I know it's early as shit right now. That's what I'm saying. Is that your pick right now?
Bro, coming out the West, I got the Clippers. They barring injury, they figured it out. Now, we was on their head the first 10 games because they were looking terrible. But they figured it out, and Ty Lue is a great coach. Barring injury, I can't see. I mean, Minnesota, yeah, they number one, but do you really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like Minnesota really gonna do something?
They're putting up numbers too, and like you said, I mean, like, everybody's sucking the Celtics dicks, and like, look at this game, January 27th. Clippers beat the Celtics, 115-96. And that's the thing, they're just kind of, most of these games they're winning, they're close too.
I feel like the Celtics may need to do something. They might need to do something.
So your pick is the Celtics to make a move?
I'm sure they're talking about it now. As to who or what they need, I'm not sure, because I still think they're trying to get cohesive with Tatum and Brown, and like they still developing and getting better. But I don't know, man. Celtics, Milwaukee, Pacers. Like, for a minute there, the Pacers looked like they had a little, Miami Heat in them. They was tough. They was putting up numbers. Like, Miami is done. They might need to talk about trading Jimmy here in a minute. When they lost out on Dame Lillard, that was the end of them. Right? Like, and that's my squad. But Miami has been abysmal. I know they've lost like 10 out of their last 12. They've been abysmal. And now they did get Terry Rozier, and that's going to take some time to develop. He's still there. We got the All-Star break coming up. Because after the All-Star break, we got, 30? I think some teams, it's between 32 and 36 games left, give or take. for that last push. But as of right now, you call it the midpoint of the season, a little just over the midpoint of the season. I gotta go Clippers right now, man. And you know what? I'll say Clippers, and I'll say Boston coming out of the East, just because I don't trust Doc Rivers.
There it is for now. There it is for now. Coffee thinks there. So he's saying
write
Clippers.
it down.
All right, man. Writing it
We'll
down.
say it right. Yeah. We'll put the post-it up. We'll write it down. Early predictions. Hold on. Where's it at? Who you got, Jeff? Jeff, you be up late too, Jeff.
I do.
You be watching them West Coast games. Who you
That's
got coming out the West, Jeff? Let's get it right now.
I think that there's part of me that has to agree with you, right? I mean, like, I like the Clippers right now. I don't... Shit, dude, they're talking about trading... talk about doing all sorts of... my thing is, okay, look, I'm looking at the West right now. Thunder, right? They're young as fuck. The Thunder are really, really young. I don't know if they're going to be able to handle this shit going forward. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't doing
Minnesota's absolutely dominant. They're absolutely dominant, but I don't know, man. I think if anything, I hear you. I hear you on the Clippers, but I think I'm still going Denver. Dude. Like, the Joker is at the top of his fucking game right now.
Hey, look, man, the Joker is... Oh, that's a tough out.
He's a killer, dude. He's a fucking killer. He's one of those generational players right now.
You know what? And there's nobody to slow him down.
No, and there's nobody to slow him down.
That's fair.
Not slowing him down.
That's fair.
Any fucking game.
There's
he's on top
nobody
of
to slow
everything.
Joker down. And playoff basketball is different.
And
it's
he
not
just
the same
like
as
fucking perks out, man.
Playoff basketball is different. I give you Denver. I'd like to see Denver and the Clippers in the playoffs meet.
That would be a fantastic series. I would get off to it.
That'd be a good series.
Oh my god, some black eyes and bruises in that fucking series. It would be really good. All right, we got 5 minutes, my friend. We got 5 minutes. I just want to comment for player pay. So right now, this is according to this. I'm getting this from ABC News. Okay, this is a title here. It says, U.S. labor official says Dartmouth basketball players are school employees, which sets the stage for a union vote. A National Labor Relations Board official has decided that Dartmouth basketball players are employees of the school, clearing the way for an election that would create the first ever labor union for NCAA athletes. All
Is
15
that
members,
accurate?
Yes, all 15 members of the Dartmouth men's basketball team signed a petition in September asking to join Local 560 of the Service Employees International Union, which already represents some other employees at Ivy League School in Hanover, New Hampshire. That would allow them to negotiate not only salary but working conditions, including practice hours and travel.
Wait a minute, hold on. Okay. All right, yeah, bench that, because I think Northwestern did something like that.
Yeah, this
right?
is
Like Northwestern,
tag.
Northwestern was they delivered the first blow for the NIL deals. So yeah, we're gonna do some research on that because I don't want to give it to Dartmouth outright. You know, I'm not giving it to an Ivy League school outright. No, I'm playing. Ain't nothing wrong with Dartmouth. If Dartmouth want to sponsor us, or we can come out there and call some games. We can be on campus. We do travel Dartmouth. I'm not taking the shot. Okay, y'all are smarter than me. Okay, y'all have done things in y'all life. Clearly, I did wrong. Shout out to Dartmouth.
I don't know, dude. The mascot of Dartmouth College is Keggy the Keg. Oh, I'm sorry. There's an unofficial mascot. Is Keggy the Keg.
Look at it's. You should know. You know what you should have did? You should have just stayed with it and just had reckless. Just put it out there so that people could get upset.
Keggy the Keg. Keggy the Keg is the official mascot of Dartmouth College. Keggy, the Keggy. This is an Ivy League school in Hanover, New Hampshire. All you motherfuckers can do is drink. That's all you're doing in New Hampshire. So what is this? Is this an engineering school?
Dartmouth.
I want to know
Ivy
why
League?
these people feel the need to drink so much. Okay. Although originally established to educate Native Americans in Christian theology. Fuck you, Dartmouth. You're trying to educate. You're trying to convert Native Americans to. All right, let's see here. No, I'm already bored with this place. It's boring as fuck. You do need Keggy the Keg, man. Fuck Dartmouth. You know what? Actually, I don't need their sponsorship. Dartmouth, if you ever want to sponsor us, you can go fuck yourself. Boil it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen, hey, we bringing Dartmouth up on charge. Anybody that went to Dartmouth, tap in. Tap in. Explain yourself. Defend yourself.
Tap Keggy the Keg. Tap Keggy the Keg.
Yeah. Share this with all your other Dartmouth alumni, and let's get into it.
Let's get it.
Unsportsmanlike Comics versus Dartmouth College. I don't care. We taking on everybody.
Yeah.
All day.
No Vaseline.
And I'm telling you, y'all can't. I'm putting y'all best. Whoever is y'all best can do the best keg stand at Dartmouth. Do not compare to my man's lung capacity. Pause. This is so reckless. All right, gang.
It's time.
Okay. Again, get ready for what's Unsportsmanlike Comics. Thursday, trade deadline. We will be live. We will be giving you updates. We're going to talk about sports. We're going to talk about weird things, funny things. We might even throw in some special guests. We might even burn one or two. We giving y'all live access to how we get down. It's going down Thursday. Trade deadline this week. What date is that? What date is Thursday? I don't even know what date it is. The 8th?
It's the 8th.
Right?
So
No, the
right.
7th?
Today's Tuesday. It's the 8th.
It's the 8th. It's the 8th.
Yeah.
It's a listen. Get y'all an 8th on the 8th. And
Apes
come
for
kick it
apes.
with your home. Apes for apes. Trade deadline. Unsportsmanlike Comics. The 8th for 8 is going down. All the way to the trade deadline, baby, is going down. Your boy Jeff, Coffee, we in there Thursday.
Hell yeah. Talk to you guys
I don't
later.
even know why I just did that.
I loved it though. I loved it. Later. I don't ever do this. I do this. See what happens when you make me test my lung capacity?